Welcome in AI class. As we are discussing our fourth unit, that is entrepreneurial skills, and today we will discuss qualities of an entrepreneur. Let us start one by one. There are number of qualities of an entrepreneur, and first one we are going to discuss, that is hardworking. We all know the importance of hard work. What is hard work? In order to be successful, an entrepreneur must be very hardworking. Successful entrepreneurs adopt to the habit of hard work from a very early stage, from the starting of the enterprise. Generally, successful entrepreneurs are hard workers and they also enjoy what they are doing. If they will not enjoy in their work, they will never succeed in their business. They are dedicated, driven, and focused. They never look at it as it's their day job, it's their 5 to 6 hour job, it's their 9 to 5 p.m. job. Their business is their life and they put their all efforts to achieve the goal of their enterprise. So that is the hard working quality of an entrepreneur, which is required for the entrepreneur to make the business, to make the enterprise successful. Next quality, it is optimistic. Optimistic, we all know optimism, it helps in creative thinking and generation of new ideas. Optimistic, what is it? Is positive thinking. Yes, successful entrepreneurs should have a positive approach to life. In whatever situations are in front of them, they should have a positive approach, they should have a positive thinking. They should not be afraid of any adverse situation in business. Yes, there are sometime profit, sometime loss in the business. So if there are adverse situation, so they should not be afraid of that situation. They should be optimistic about the future of the business. So optimism, it is very important in dealing with difficulty, in dealing with difficulties of the life. Being optimistic doesn't mean seeing rainbow all the time, seeing rainbow 24 into 7 hours. Everything would not always be great. Yes, there are sometimes good situations, sometimes worse situation in our life. But optimism helps us see new opportunities, learn from difficult situations, and keep moving. So it's a type of positive thinking even in worse situation, that is optimistic, which is required to the entrepreneurs in the to make enterprise successful. Next is independent. Successful entrepreneurs like to function at their own will and rules. They dislike being guided by others. They do not prefer working for others and are the masters of their own. So, independent entrepreneurs here to mean who prefer to lead rather than follow, who want to work by their own. So, being independent means being able to take care of our own needs and to make and accept responsibilities by our own without any order. Next quality, it's energetic. Energetic, being an entrepreneur, no doubt it looks like it's very simple task, but no doubt it takes dedication, a strong motivation is required, and a lot of energy is required to create a new company, to create new business. Entrepreneurs should possess a high level of energy as they have to put in more hard work and time for making their ventures a success. For so successful, um, if there is one time success, sometime there is failure in the business. So energy to tackle the situation, motivation is required, energy is required to deal with all kind of situations. Sometime if one time there is success, and it takes a lot of energy and motivation to sustain the enterprise, to sustain the company, to sustain the enterprise and continue growing it. Next is self confident. Yes, self confidence, we all know, it is a key to success. An entrepreneur should have a strong belief in his her abilities. He must not deviate from his her decisions too early in case success is delayed. Rather, he must trust his her competencies and hard work. We all know the importance of self confidence. Confidence is believing in our own self. Yes, self confidence is believing in our own self, feeling comfortable in our true self, what we are. Yes, feeling comfortable in that, believing in that. If we are confident, it's a definite people will believe us. It is concerned with believing in our own abilities. So yes, self confidence is required to entrepreneur so that he can make success in his business, in his enterprise. Next quality, that is perseverant. Perseverant to mean to be persistent and keep trying. Successful entrepreneurs never quit his venture, never quit even if they fail. They keep on finding ways to succeed. If there is one way they are failure, yes, they can find the different ways so that they can succeed in their venture. They never give up easily. So yes, it is a quality of entrepreneur. If there is failure in their business, if there is any kind of odd days in their business, so they try to find out other ways, they try to find out alternatives so that they can keep growing in their business. Next, so these are the qualities of entrepreneur we have discussed. Next, our topic is importance of entrepreneurs. What is the importance of entrepreneur? So let us discuss these. First one, it is free market evolution. Free market evolution to mean entrepreneurs are important in a free market because they help the market respond to changing prices and consumer preferences. For example, let us firstly see the example and then we will discuss. For example, with the rise in the use of internet, we all know nowadays in each and everywhere there is a use of internet. An entrepreneur may see the potential to set up a new home delivery service which uses an app for consumers to buy. So, before internet, for each and everything, you want to sell something, you want to purchase something, we need to go in the market, buy bicycle, buy motorcycle, buy a car, or different there are different ways to go. So we are going to purchase something, it take time also. And with the advent of technology, with the evolution of internet, now almost uh, all the shops, number of ways are there by which we can buy, we can make order by sitting at home. So entrepreneurs they can create free market evolution. Free market evolution to mean they can introduce technology, the uses of technology in their enterprise too. Like here we have given example with the use of internet, with the advent of internet, what they can do, they can introduce the use of internet in their enterprise too. They can start home delivery also. We all know the meaning of home delivery nowadays. We are giving order by sitting at home, and yes, whatever order we have given, according to that it reaches at our given address. So they can introduce free market evolution in their enterprise also, with the as there is new technology and with the change in the technology. And if they will not adopt the changes without uh, entrepreneurs, product markets would become static and be slow to changes in new technology and trends. And if they will not adopt the changes, if they will not introduce technology in their enterprise, definitely it will become static and there will be slow in the changes. It will take time to move from here to there. It will take time to send items from one place to another, or for each and everything then we need to go at that place to buy something. So, by introducing latest technology, what entrepreneurs can do? They can set the free market evolution. One more example here is we can sell and purchase, and yes, we can we can make transactions by sitting at home. We can pay by sitting at any corner of the world. So by this way, they can change, they can implement the new changes, new technology in their business also. Second, efficiency improvements. A successful entrepreneur tend to adapt in an established business and increase their own efficiency. So yes, once we have set our business, what we want to do, we want to improve it. Yes, day by day, every entrepreneur, what he want to do, he want to improve his enterprise. So by which method they can improve? They can to improve it, to make radical changes, what they can do, they can adopt new technologies, as we have already discussed in the previous. So they can introduce new technology which significantly move on an industry, which will help them to improve their enterprise. Hence, during any major changes in the economy, entrepreneurs adapt and do not have to go out of the business. So, according to the changes in the society, according to the changes in the surrounding, according to the changes in the technology, entrepreneurs should adopt that changes. Entrepreneurs should introduce new technology, and by this method, by introducing new ways of doing work, what they can do, they can make their work effective, they can improve their enterprise. Next, new markets. New market entrepreneurs can often redefine the rules of an established industry. So here new market to mean where they have not gone before it, they can go there also. Yes. They do this by creating new markets for existing products and slightly innovating in small ways to suit the needs of a new target market. Here they can uh, they can create the link with the people, with the society where they have not gone, and also with their existing enterprise, with their existing business, what they are manufacturing, what they are for what their business is, they can also introduce new things also. So they can set the new market. Next, new values. An entrepreneur is not just about price and profit. Yes, entrepreneurship is not just sale and purchase or just a business. An entrepreneur may be motivated to enter an industry to offer a more ethical product or provide a service to a community. So yes, by enterprise we can set our own value also. We can set an entrepreneur can set value in the society, in the nation, and at the world level. Let us see one example of Anita Roddick. Anita Roddick set up Body Soap at a time when many cosmetics were tested on animals. Again, I am repeating, she set up Body Soap at a time when cosmetics were tested on animals. Uh, Her new setup eschewed animal testing. Yes, she was against the animal testing. And later on, what happened? It proved a successful business strategy and it soon became the industry standard that yes, no cosmetic will be tested on the animals. So she set this value that no cosmetic will be tested on the animals. There are number of ways to test cosmetic or other things. Why we are testing on animals? So by this way there are number of different value depending upon the enterprise, depending upon the society, depending upon number of different factors, we can set the social values also. Here like other examples are also given. In other situations, entrepreneurs may take a risk and provide a community service. For example, volunteer led railway offering steam trains for tourists and local. So again I am repeating, depending upon the enterprise, depending upon the number of factors, we can set different values through our enterprise. So these we have discussed, these are the importance of entrepreneurs. Now let us move to our next topic, that is myths of entrepreneurship. Regarding entrepreneurship, there are number of myths. Yes, there are many myths about the characteristics and traits of entrepreneurs. It might not be applied to all the entrepreneurs. Let us discuss, let us see what are these myths. First one, it is entrepreneurs are born that way. It's only a myth. Yes, entrepreneurs are born that way. It is myth that uh, entrepreneurs qualities are innate and that only people who have certain natural talents can be entrepreneurs. No, it's not true. Entrepreneurs, we can learn with experience, we can learn entrepreneurship qualities, we can learn entrepreneur skills also. So by saying that entrepreneurs are born that way, it's not true, it's a myth only. However, the truth is that almost anyone can become an entrepreneur. Yes, anyone can become an entrepreneur if they can learn the required skills. So mainly here is skills are required. And if we have not skill, yes we can learn the skills and yes we can become entrepreneur. So there are number of person having different skills, different qualities, and we can learn, we can sharp our qualities with experience also. Entrepreneurs may be gregarious extroverts or quiet introverts. They may be the big picture thinkers or they just focused on main one idea only. So saying that entrepreneurship is a natural ability, it is innate power, that is wrong. It is a learned skill. We can learn entrepreneurship. Next, all entrepreneurs have great ideas. Again, it's a myth only. all entrepreneurs have great idea. No, it's not true. Some people may not attempt to start their own business because they don't have a unique idea. We are saying that if we have no idea, how we can start? But here I am asking why we cannot start. We can start. There are number of existing idea. Yes, and we can work on that. If we have no new idea, we can work on the existing idea. And yes, that's why it's a myth that all entrepreneurs have great ideas. Yes, it's a rightly said that it is not needed to reinvent the wheel to be an entrepreneur. So if there is any idea that is already existing and we want to work on that, yes, we can work. And we can see from our market, we can see from our surrounding, number of there are number of shops, there are number of business which are working on the same idea. So there is nothing wrong with taking an existing idea and making your business out of it. Yes, we can work on the existing idea also, and uh, we can succeed in our business. Next myth is the only requirement is a good idea. Here again I am repeating, the only requirement. It is not only requirement. The only requirement is a good idea. No doubt ideas are important. Idea is required. It may be new, or we can work on existing idea or also. But only the idea is required. That is not true. Even there are number of good ideas, number of best ideas. But if we are not working, if we are not dedicating ourselves for that idea, is it possible to succeed in that idea? No. So, even the very best ideas, ones with the potential to disrupt an entire industry, need proper execution. So, only idea is not required, its execution, its proper execution is also required. Ideas are important, but only ideas are required. That is not true. Ideas are required, but with the idea, planning is also required, talent is required, leadership quality, communication, and there are number of other factors which are required to run enterprise. So by saying the only requirement is a good idea, it's a myth only. Next, business either flourish or fail. Most of the time we are saying that there might be profit or loss in the business. No doubt profit and loss are part of business, but it doesn't mean if there will be profit all the time there will be profit. If one time we have faced loss and all the time we will face loss, that's not true. There are number of examples that in the starting one failed, but with hard working, with smart working, with dedication, after that one succeed in that idea. So saying that okay, there will be either profit or loss, that's only a myth. While many ventures make it big and many fail, a lot of businesses are run with patience and strategy, with a focus on self sustenance and gradual growth. So success of enterprise, it depends upon number of factors. By saying just that either there will be profit or loss, that's not true. Yes, there are chances, these are the part of every business. It's not true that if there will be loss one time and all the time there will be loss. No. If there will be profit all the time there will be profit. No, that's not true. Entrepreneurs take lots of risk. It's also a myth only. Entrepreneurs take risk. With that said, they don't necessarily take lots of risk or put themselves in high risk situations all the time. Risks are part of enterprise. Risks are part of business. But by saying that entrepreneurs take lots of risk, it's a myth only. All the time they are not in the risk. Entrepreneurs learn how to take calculated risk. We have already discussed in the previous section that what is calculated risk. So entrepreneurs learn how to take calculated risk, how they can handle the risk. There are number of ways to handle sudden risk, like insurance is there. Okay. So it is all about balance in between the risk and the reward, in the profit and in the loss. So it is a role of entrepreneur how to handle the situations. If there are worse situations, how to handle that, how to calculate that risk, how to deal with that risk. But by saying that all the time they are taking risk, that's not true, that's a myth only. And next is, one must know everything before starting a business. It's again a myth only. One must know everything before starting a business. It's not possible to search each and everything regarding the business and then start. No. Real entrepreneurs thrive on being in a constant state of learning. Yes, all the time we are learning. Yes, there is no end of learning. We can start our business with knowledge in our hand, and yes, with the time we can learn, we can improve, and also with the experience we can learn a lot of things. They enjoy creating, improvising, and pushing boundaries. So with the time they learn things, and automatically there will be mastery with the experience. Being new and even somewhat new can be an asset in today's rapidly changing world. That's because succeeding at entrepreneurship requires energy, innovation, and ability to push yourself outside your comfort zone. It's often not what you know, but how fast you learn that counts. So, by saying that you firstly learn each and everything and then start business, it's not true, it's a myth only. With time, it depends upon our abilities, it depends upon our dedications, it depends upon our uh, energy, it depends upon our the way we are working, the time we are giving to our enterprise. If we want to know something, yes, with the time we can improve a lot of things, we can improve a lot of things, we can learn. And yes, we, by the same way, we can improve our business with the time also. And next is, a lot of money is required to start any business. No, again, it's not true for the enterprise. No doubt certain amount of capital is required, but a lot of money is required to start business, that's not true. While certain amount of capital is required for take a business off the ground, and also it varies depending on the business. There are different types of business, different type of venture. So according to that, the capital amount also varies. The key in entrepreneurship is to start with the resources available and grow slowly and steadily. It is not necessary that one should fear or deter from entrepreneurship due to lack of financial resources. So, yes, we can start business. Even there are number of examples. We can start business with a very less amount or even with the no amount. There are number of nowadays policies. We can take loan, we can take number of different ways are there by which we can start with the technology. We all know the importance of technology. There are number of methods. Even we have no resources in our hand, we have no capital in our hand, we can start our business. uh, Examples like, there is sale purchase on the uh, with the help of technology also. They have no stock in their hand, but yes, they are giving on the order. They are purchasing from somewhere and then they are selling. So saying that a lot of money is required to start any business, that's not true. It's only a myth. So these are a few myths regarding the entrepreneurship which are not true. So these were the topics we have discussed today regarding the entrepreneurship. It's our fourth unit, qualities of an entrepreneur. First of all, we have discussed hardworking, optimistic, independent, energetic, self-confident, perseverant, and then importance of entrepreneurs we have discussed, and next we have discussed myths of entrepreneurship. So read these notes carefully, and if there will be any problem, you can call or you can message me, and also write these notes on your fair copy also. Thank you.